O'Brien.
You're watching the Tom O'Brien Show. I'm trying out this microphone today because I keep forgetting to put the lapel on. So how about that? We always have to adapt. That's what you got to do in the market and in life. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Let me know if it sounds too tinny. If anything, we'll switch back over to the lapel mic. Yeah, okay. It's going to be a little bit easier. Mr. Producer. Good deal. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, I know. I want to try this out because I kind of like it. I move around a lot, you know. So maybe we'll use them in tandem or something like that. Let's take a look what we got going on. I mean, quite a nice movement to the upside in the indices. Definitely. Okay. Thanks, dude. Quite a big movement to the upside of the indices, right? I said yesterday I was going to go short in the SPX. I did. Of course, I got in with the leveraged ETFs here. I love what direction it has to offer. That one SPXS, of course. So regardless, I don't know why we have this purple line here, but trading down off about 2.94% today at least. And that leveraged ETF, the SPX itself, excuse me, that's the long variation, SPXL, is up 1.04% at 5,998. So just cresting right under the 6,000. Part of me still kind of wants to stay short just a little bit. Volume did end up resolving like all right yesterday and the day prior. You have a nice gap up today. Again, I'm sure volume will be somewhat similar as well. However, I will say that you have this kind of ability to really rally here pretty soon. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? This whole conversation that we've been having for a while of the market kind of being a little bit volatile, but also moving sideways for some time, was no one knew what Trump was going to do, right? And we needed to wait till after his inauguration, even if maybe a couple months afterwards, to see what his international policy was going to really be, you know, regarding generally tariffs, right? Well, today he comes out and he has a conversation with Xi Jinping, which is the president of China. And he said it went fantastic. I mean, that's... You can never predict this kind of stuff, right? And I mean, we have had some seriously, like, chilling relations with China recently. I mean, I've been covering on this show here kind of their invasion of our telecom network, right? And how we're going to have to kind of position ourselves. We're going to throw out these Huawei devices that are in our telecom backbone and buy American devices, right? And there's plenty of stuff that you hear all the time. I mean, this concept of them being in water treatment infrastructure, of being in gas and power infrastructure. I mean, I'm sure that's all true, right? But this was just a very interesting pivot. So Xi Jinping said it was very positive. Trump said that it was extraordinarily positive as well on his Truth Social. Still find it funny that that exists, but it does. I don't even, what are we trading at right now today on that? You're gonna get like IV crushed on this too. I know so many people are trying to buy at their calls or puts on it. You're only off 2.49% at 39, but you know, you had a big rally. Let's see, about January 13th. What is this, the beginning of this week? Anyways, he comes on and he says, this was great. Xi Jinping wants the best for both China and America. Just a really interesting pivot. You know, that's pretty solid, meaning that the market can kind of have an understanding of where we all stand on that level, you know. So you get the DXY at least at 109.34 today. You get the composite off about 1.62% at 19,653. Dow Jones Industrial off about 0.83% at 43,511. You get crude coming off a little bit, off about 0.62% at 77.37. I think you have Bolivia and Ecuador, I believe, are going to start drilling a little bit more to meet up with demand in the local area, but you know, maybe a little bit internationally as well. You have gold contract off about 0.46% at 2,738, still doing well compared to what has been going on recently in it. So we're still above that 2,700 level. You have copper off about 1.79% at $4.36. Silver off about 2.29% at $31. You get some of the yields kind of coming up a little bit, just modestly. Let's see, Disney's doing all right, GE's doing all right. Anything substantial? Oh yeah, of course, Tesla up nearly 5% again, and then Roku up 1.89%. One of the things we can talk about, at least in this realm, you only have Lucid up about 0.45%. I've not checked on Rivian after this news. That is telling for sure. So you had Volkswagen come out and say they're looking to deepen their partnership with Rivian. That comes from Der Spiegel. You remember that when this came out, that Volkswagen was apparently giving them about, what it was, like $5 billion or something like that to have access to their operating system. That Rivian stock moved very violently to the upside. And then additionally, you have this information, right, where the DOE loan approved for $6 billion. Now, this was probably priced in, right, because this conversation was going around. Most likely it was going to get passed. Obviously, they needed to pass it before Trump and really Elon Musk got any kind of power. But I think it is somewhat telling that you're off about 0.73% today. Again, even if you have this thing priced in, that's fine. But the Volkswagen kind of revelation should have maybe moved this stock up a little bit more. Again, I don't have much of an opinion beyond like not wanting to get into Rivian. I'm sure it has staying power at these levels. I mean, although it's been volatile, you've been moving pretty sideways for the past few months, right? I mean, you get kind of like a low here, like a boundary of like 269. You know, you have this high of about 1662, but it's trading really, you know, between 1556 and that 1269 area. I still think they probably won't be profitable. They did exceed expectations, right, for delivery and production, but it's important to keep in mind on this stock that they're the ones who downgraded the expectations. So really, in reality, if you just didn't have them downgraded the expectations, they were right in line with expectations. Doesn't really warrant a movement to the upside like you see it has experienced, at least at the end of December here, beginning of January. And then, of course, it comes back down because they're like, hey, wait, that really isn't as impressive as it should be. So interesting, nonetheless. Of course, I want to see natural gases. This isn't the exact contract I want to look at. We'll take a look at that. We're going to get big deep freeze. Big deep freeze, guys. So right there, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about Intel, Mara, Hut, SPCB, whatever else you guys want to talk about. Let me know. Folks, we'll be right there.